All right, in 5 minutes time, we're going to be starting. We're just waiting for others to join in. Please, when you join in, turn off your microphones. Oh, I see someone is already in a track. This is good. It's very good. Please switch off your microphone when you enter. Thank you. All right, 3 minutes time. We're starting. Well, meanwhile, since while you are here, you can just get your pens, your paper or a notebook, something to jot down. Please have your pens or your note taker, anything of importance to you that you need to note down. Please make sure that you have a pen and a paper or a notebook. The notebooks and pens will be very handy, trust me. This is going to be a detailed webinar, so please do make sure that you have a pen and a paper ready before we start. All right, at 1 minute time, we start. All right. It's 3 p.m. on the dot, and we are going to start. We'll keep admitting people as they are coming in, but right now we are going to start. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining. For those who are early, thank you very much for being early, for being punctual. Highly appreciated. Like I said, I hope everyone has their notepads ready because of it's going to be a lengthy webinar. So not going to be too long, but we're going to go in detail in everything that we're going to be sharing with you. So taking notes is highly, highly, highly advised that you take notes. We're going to have a question and answer session later on after the presentation. So whenever I say something, I'm going to be presenting. Whenever I present, and then there's something that raises a question, it's always wise that you note it down. If you have a question at that point, you note it down, and then when we come to the question and answer session, you will ask that question. I hope that makes sense. So throughout, please keep your microphones off. Highly appreciated if you keep your microphones off so that we do not have a carcass noise basically coming from different directions. That would be highly appreciated. Microphones off throughout the webinar. So just to give you a heads up, this is a recorded webinar. It's recorded, and it might be used later as a reference point. One need a reference point later on. So before we begin, I want to set expectations very clearly, right? So this is not a motivational session. This is not a get-rich-quick opportunity. This is a real job opportunity in Europe, but it requires preparation, discipline, and action. Hence, we have created this webinar so that we can update you all at once. It's been some kind of a nightmare calling people individually. For those who I have called individually, they know we have went through this process. It's very tedious. We decided to host this webinar so that we could update everybody all at once. So kindly, please pay attention. Like I said, have your notepads ready. If a question should raise, there is a point in time in this webinar where we will have a question and answer session. Just note it down and then you will ask it when the time comes. Okay. So basically, like I said, we are only interested in working with candidates who are serious. And if you are not ready to invest time, effort, and some money into this process for yourself, this will not work for you. Also, it is important that you stay until the end. Like I said, we will have a question and answer session after the presentation. And amongst us, we also have special guests. We have 2 truck drivers who are currently in Europe, who are from both South Africa and Zimbabwe. They're going to share their testimonies after the question and answer, or before the question and answer. We'll see how we put it. Before the question and answer, I think that should be realistic. These 2 truck drivers are currently in Europe, working for Europe companies, and they have joined this session. And we are also joined by an executive team member from EuroTruck Jobs. And we also have an official from the Truck Transportation Association in Lithuania. So this is where basically the company is located, in Lithuania. I will go into detail as we continue and give you more details. So as an introduction, this was a preamble. Please switch off your microphone, Lekanya. Thank you very much. All right. So as an introduction, I would like to formally introduce myself. My name is Kabelo Khosana. I am the Chief of Operations at EuroTruck Jobs. I'm based here in South Africa. I am a South African. I'm from here in South Africa. And we also have our CEO, Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Andrews Bobelis, who is also a part of this webinar. Do you want to say hi, Andrews?
Hi to everyone. So what I can say, I would like to present the opportunity to work in Europe. And after the webinar, as Cabello has mentioned, we will have a question and answer session. And I hope we do our best to answer your questions and as well to listen our guests who are joining in this webinar as well.
All right. Thank you, Andrews. So I'm sure you noticed an accent. Mr. Andrews Bobeles is from Lithuania originally, so he is based in Lithuania. And yes, so we will give you more details on how this works as we continue. So as part of our executive as well, we have Mrs. Modesta Bobele, who is the Chief Marketing Officer. She's also from Lithuania. Unfortunately, she's handling the back end of this webinar. She cannot talk to you. I really would like her to say something to you all, but she's handling the back end of the webinar, so she currently cannot communicate to you all. But as you can see, she's the Chief Marketing Officer. She's also from Lithuania. So yes, let's start by being very clear about who this is not for. So this opportunity is not suitable for you if, one, you are looking for quick money, two, you're not willing to work long periods away from home. As we know, this job is based in Europe. You are not ready to start collecting documents immediately. You are not financially prepared for the process. You avoid structure. Basically, you avoid structured work or responsibility. If you fall into any of these categories, well, I would advise you for you to leave now, because of this is clearly not for you. The process basically rewards action, not interest. There's a lot of people who are interested, but there's only a few people that actually take action into making things happen. So this process rewards action and not interest. So let's get into now, let's talk about the reality of the job. So what the job really is. So you'll be working obviously as a truck driver. This is why we are here. We are looking for truck drivers who are going to be working in Europe. And what this means is you will work in cycles of 8 weeks and 4 weeks off. To put it in simple South African terms, 2 months on, 1 month off. So this you will drive up to 9 hours per day. You will follow strict European transport regulations. As we know, our country, South Africa, can sometimes be lenient when it comes to... James, can you kindly mute yourself, please?
You can drive meeting.
All right. So can we please avoid that? When you enter or you want to say something, do not just speak. There will be a time when you are allocated to speak. All right. As I was saying, you may drive up to 9 hours per day. You will follow strict European transport regulations. You will be responsible for the vehicle and the cargo in the vehicle. In some cases, you will sleep in the truck. As we know, as a truck driver, most of you, I assume that you're already experienced truck drivers. You know that you spend most of the time in the truck. So that is basically the job. But to tell you, this is a very stable job. It's a structured, well-paying. It is a long-term opportunity and not a temporary hustle. This is something that you need to understand. We are looking for people that we're going to be working with long-term and not temporary. If you have in your mind that this would be a temporary thingy, a side hustle, a side quest, this is not it. This is a long-term opportunity, and we are trying to build a relationship so that we could have a long-term careers for people. So now we're going to get into the process. So how does the process work? The process has 5 stages. Step 1 is preparation. I'm going to be extremely slow on this because of this is very important. Step 1 is preparation. Preparation, you need to collect all required documents before filling out an application. That is step 1. Collecting all documents, making sure that you have all the right documents in the right format before you apply on our website. Step 2, you start the application on our official website. Make sure to read the website clearly. Just by a show of hands, how many of you have been to our website before you join this webinar? Okay, that's good. I hope you have read the website clearly. For those who have not, I just want to show you how the website actually looks like. The reason why I say it is very important that you read the website clearly. Okay, it is loading. All right, so this is our official website for those who have not been on it. So I'm just going to scroll down and just to show you why it is important that you read everything carefully. Everything that is on this website has been catered and tailored intentionally so that everyone can have an understanding of what is needed and required of you. So it goes through everything, the process as well, how to get the documents, what documents are needed, where to get them, and so forth. It will guide you. We have spent a lot of time on this website to create it and design it so people can understand it easily. It's very simple, very easy to understand and to navigate. You literally just have to scroll down and it will explain. It also has frequently asked questions where you will, if you have any question that is there, it is already answered, so that we don't have to also spend a lot of time on this webinar answering questions that are already answered. So yes, this is the website basically, and it has all our information on it, our contact details, email address, and everything else. All right, let's get back to the presentation. I just wanted to show everybody the website so that they have an understanding why it is important to read the website carefully. Imperative. All right, so like I said, the process has 5 stages. I mentioned that the step 1, you have to collect all the required documents before applying. Step 2, you start the application. The application is started on the website. You start it and you fill it out correctly as instructed. It is important that you also follow instructions. Do not assume or anything. Follow the instructions as is on the website. It's very simple, basic English. We made sure that it's understandable. So step number 3, it would be to complete the application and upload the required documents. Do not upload your CV. We're not looking for your CV. We already are asking you questions in the website application form that cover for your CV. So we do not need your CV. We just need you to answer the questions in the application form truthfully and honest and to the best of your ability. So you do not upload your CV or any other document except for what it is asked for. Step number 4, your documents are verified. On our side, we make sure that all the documents that you have sent, I have come to see that people, what they do normally is they take pictures of their documents and they transform them into PDFs and they send them. That is not a verifiable document. Please do make sure that you scan your documents. Firstly, you certify your documents. You go to your local police station and you certify your documents. Remember, this is a legal process. You must certify your documents, scan your documents, and then upload the correct documents in the correct format. It is very important that you understand that. So step 4 is your documents are verified and they are sent to the employer in Europe. Step number 4, visa and relocation process. Basically, we're gonna, after you have submitted all your documents and you have applied everything, we have all your information, we will then proceed to send your documents forward where they need to be, and then the employer will go through them, will verify them and everything else, and then we will then move to the next step where it will be a communication between you and the employer in Europe, and then they will give you the next step, what they will need from you. There's few things because of visa cycles. Visa cycles are very laborious, meaning that you have to put in a lot of effort in visa cycles, and you have to understand exactly what is needed and required from you. Then the employer will give you all the details of what is needed as well. Because of this step, then on the other side, you will need to do a code 95 and all these other things that are needed for you to be able to drive in Europe and migrate to Europe. I hope that makes sense. So now this is very important. The process does not fail because of us. So us, meaning EuroTruck Jobs. Just to give you a brief explanation of who we are. So we are recruiters. We have a linkage between South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Europe. We basically recruit Zimbabweans and South Africans and link them to the European employers that we have partnered with in Europe to send certified, qualified drivers who actually know how to drive. You will be amazed how many applications we have received, and only to find out people do not actually know how to drive trucks. Unbelievable. So that is why, like I said, we decided to make this webinar so that we can explain clearly to everyone what is needed and wanted, so that we do not keep going back and forth with people. It's very tiring, very exhausting. So basically, the stage, like I said, it does not fail because of us. It basically, most of the time fails because most candidates stop at the document stage. That is where 90% of people drop off, the documentation stage, and which of it's the first step of everything else. So our role is to guide you, but we cannot complete the process for you. We will be there with you, helping you throughout the process, but you are the one applying for the job. And we are here to help you through the process because we know that the process can be very complicated if you do not know what you're doing. So we are here to guide you through the process, to help you through the documentation phase until you get to a point where all your documents are collected and are submitted. Then we move on to the next phase. All right, so before I move on to the other step, to the required documents, it is very important to understand that in South Africa, most documents take time to acquire, like your South African police clearance certificate, something that takes time, right? Obviously, when you are here, I assume that everybody, when you have applied for this job, you have a code 14 EC with a PDP. That, I assume, it's a prerequisite. If you do not have it, that means you have not driven a truck. That means you do not have experience in driving a truck. So this is not for you. So to qualify, you need the following documents: a valid passport, which is you've had it not more than 10 years. You know, for a passport, when you have a passport, you can only use it for 10 years until it expires. That means you have to do another passport. So when you have a valid passport with a minimum of 3 years at least, then you qualify for this. A code 14 EC driver's license with PDP, without a doubt. A South African police clearance certificate with an apostille. I'm sure a lot of you are asking yourself, what is an apostille? I will explain what an apostille is. But a South African police clearance certificate is one of the documents that take, like I said, long in South Africa to get. It takes between 4 to 6 weeks to acquire. So it is very important that you start today. If you are really interested in this and you want to do this, you start today if you do not have as yet. But one thing I know is that most South Africans, most of the time, they already have their South African police clearance certificate. So it's something that you keep doing, because as a driver, you have to continuously do it all the time. Like it's a prerequisite as a professional driver in South Africa. So what is an apostille? Because of this document, we are sending it to a different country in Europe. It is important that the DECO, the Department of International Relations and Corporate Affairs, the department that basically is an international department, if you've never heard of it before. It's called DECO. They take your document and they authorize it, saying this document is legal and true, and therefore can be used in other countries. So it is very important that we have an apostille letter. This is a process whereby I will explain how it works. I'm going to send you a checklist of how to acquire all the documents that are needed. So once you get your police clearance certificate, you will then mail it to us. We will then have it apostilled on your behalf, because we understand that most of you are from different areas, from Kuruman, from Western Cape, you are from different places basically. So we make it easy for you to send it to us, mail it. We will give you the mailing details. You mail it to us, the South African original copy of the South African police clearance certificate. You mail it to us, we get it apostilled, scan it for you, and then we keep the scan. We will send you back your original copy with an apostille. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope this makes sense. I know you cannot respond, but I do hope that it makes sense to everyone. Okay. So a document number 4 is called an international driving permit. It is self-explanatory. It's a document that allows you to drive internationally. So it's an international driving permit. Also, on our website, we do state how to get one if you do not have one. It's very easy, very simple. We also have a member, actually, just now I just remembered. We have one of the candidates who have actually acquired all the documents. I will introduce him to you. His name is Johan. He's part of this webinar right now. He's also a candidate, an applicant, just like you. He's one of the first people who has actually gotten all the documents. He has all the documents ready. He has sent them to. So we have them. Siyabonga, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. So Johan Pretorius, he has all the documents ready. I'm going to give him a platform later on as well, so that he can explain exactly how the process was like for him, you know, as from a real person, to explain to you how the process went like to acquire all the documents and so forth. It's nothing too hectic. Okay, so these another thing, document number 5 that is needed is Proof of driving experience. What do we mean by proof of driving experience? We mean a confirmation letter from either your current employer or your previous employer. This is normally an HR letter that is made. I will send you a sample. I actually have, if you are in the WhatsApp group, I actually have sent the sample. You will see it. You just need to get with your HR manager or your previous employer to get you to send this letter. Very important, so that we know that you have experience in driving trucks. At the end of the day, we are in South Africa, and we do know how South Africans can be. So it's very important that we have that confirmation letter. Okay, so now we're going to get into the cost breakdown. So before I get into the cost breakdown, I want you to understand that we as EuroTruck Jobs do not charge you anything. Like, we are not charging a fee. We are not charging this or that. Like, all the cost breakdowns that we're going to go through, they are for your documents, the documentation process. It's because all the documents, they require money, and these documents are for you. So we as EuroTruck Jobs, we help you get the needed documents. You do not pay us anything. I'm going to repeat this. You do not pay us anything. We do not want your money. We want to help you, work with you, and build a relationship with you so that you can get to Europe and we can make our money. I hope that makes sense. So, cost number one, if you do not have a passport, most of you already have all the documents or some of the documents. So the cost reduced by a lot. So if you do not have a passport costs approximately 600 rands in South Africa, and where you get them is the Department of Home Affairs. You pay the Department of Home Affairs to get your passport. We do not do passports, so you will go to the Department of Home Affairs and get your passport. We will guide you if you do not know how to get a passport. We will give you directions on how to do that. Please switch off your microphone. Thank you. All right, so cost number two, which of it's, we're not even supposed to be talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it. It's the driver's license. Like, in order to qualify, you need to have a valid driver's license and with a PDP, and you already know how much that costs because you already have one. If you do not have one, you do not qualify, like I said. So we just put the cost breakdown there so that you can have an understanding of how much the driver's license actually costs at the driving licensing department. It's between 500 rands to 1,000 rand if you're doing it directly with the licensing department. But if you choose your driving school, obviously they will charge you whatever price that they charge you for lessons and other things. But that is you. And I assume that everybody that is here right now has a driver's license, a code 14 EC, because of that is a prerequisite to qualify. So cost number three is your South African Police Clearance Certificate. So this is approximately 190. I recently just did mine personally, so I know that it's 190 rands. I don't know, maybe in other police stations in Kurman, wherever the case may be, they might, I don't know, but where I'm from, it's 190. So that's why we say it's approximately between 150 to 200 rands, a South African Police Clearance Certificate. You go to your local police station, they take your fingers, and then they do all the things that you have to do, and then you pay the 190 to the South African Police Services bank account. And then you will have your police clearance certificate that will guide you on how to get it. So that's how you get that's the cost breakdown, 190. I hope you're calculating this. An apostille letter, as I said, we will assist you. We have partnered with agencies that actually help us do this. So this will be approximately between 1,000 and 2,200 rands. That's the approximate price. So the reason why I just need to make you understand the reason why that price is because if you are based in Western Cape, DECO is in Pretoria. That's the only one office in the whole of South Africa in Pretoria that does apostles. So your original South African police clearance certificate has to go to DECO physically. So this means that the 1,000 to 2,200 rands will include your posting, couriering of your apostle, and actually getting the apostle back to you. So that will be the price that it will cost you. We will obviously send you an invoice which it will be paid, and so that the step of the apostle can be completed, basically. Cost number 5 is an IDP. An IDP is an international driver's permit. This is very simple. This costs between 350 to 500 rands. You will notice there's a pattern in these numbers. They're very small figures for your documentation. Like a lot of countries pay a lot of money for these documentations. We are very fortunate in South Africa that we have, obviously, South Africa, you know, it's the prices are very minimum to acquire. Like an international driving permit is between 350 to 500 rands, and you will be paying directly to the institutions that actually offer these documents. You do not pay anything to us as EuroTruck Jobs. Like I said, we do not take money from candidates. So we help you get this by directing you to the relevant institutions where you can then get the correct or needed documentation. So I have noticed that a few people who have applied actually do have IDPs. They have international driver's permits. I have helped a few get their international driving permits as well. So it's a very easy process. It takes about 1 day to get, or 2 days, let's just say 48 hours to be safe, to get your document, to get your international driver's permit. And there are rules to it. You have to have, I think, 2 ID photos, your copy of your driver's license, and an address and something else. It's very simple. It's not that complicated. Okay. So cost number 6 is a driving test. So after you have completed all your documents, all those other costs were for your documents that you will have for life. Yeah, your documents, which will help you to get. So the first, there's cost number 6, it will be a driving test. After you have acquired all your documents and you have submitted them, and then we see that all the documents are verified and they are valid, and we have them on record, we will then have you do a driving test. Most of you have already done a driving test with us, and they know how it works. Some have failed, most have passed, which of it's a good thing. This is the make or break. Because of you, people say, yes, I have a driver's license, yes, I can drive a code 14 truck, and then you put them on the road. Before you know it, it's a mess. So we are trying to avoid that. A driving test is compulsory. You're going to be assessed. There's an invoice that will be sent to you directly from the driving school to you, which you will make payment to the driving school, which costs between 700 rands to 850, depending on where you are in the country. A lot of people who have done the driving test with us are mostly based in Gauteng. So a lot of people who have done tests, they have went to the driving test and they have done it, and they know how it works. You are recorded. Excuse me. There's a video that is made of you driving the truck, and there's a report assessment made, and then it is sent to us from the driving school, where we then liaise with Europe to show them that this individual can actually drive a truck. It's very important. Cost number 7 Now you have passed your driving test, which you already can drive a truck. Visa application. Now, this is where the employer, you have spoken to the employer, and then there was particular things, documents that were sent to you. We will give you more details on that. And then there was a communication between the candidate and the employer, and now the visa application starts. The visa application will cost you approximately between 3,000 to 5,000. It's a visa. We all know how visas are and how they work. It's a visa cycle. So the good thing is, in red, you will notice employer to reimburses after employment. It's a positive thing. Cost number 8, it will be your flight. You have to book your flight. You can, as soon as you have done your driving test, bam, it's done. You book your driving test after the employer has told you when you will be arriving. Then you book your flight. It's between 8,000 to 15,000 a flight. Like I said, a good thing is the employer reimburses after employment. We don't want to lie to you and say, yes, we will take you to Europe. No, you are taking yourself to Europe. So it's very important that you understand that. All your costs will be reimbursed by the employer after employment. I hope that makes sense. So, why do people fail? The biggest reason people do not make it to Europe is not the process. It's the behavior, the attitude, and the discipline that you have. Most people delay, they overthink, they wait for the right moment or the right time. They start a cycle and they never finish it. Let me give you one key principle. Speed is your advantage at this. The sooner you get your documents, the sooner everything moves faster. So the faster you collect your documents, like I said, is the faster the process moves. So it is very important that you start today. We can help you. We will, matter of fact, help you move to Europe. We provide the structure. We provide the guidance, but we cannot force you to act. That's one thing that we cannot do. We have over 5,000 applications. I want to tell you right now, we have over 5,000 applications, and that is the main reason why today we decided to make this webinar. We will be hosting this webinar every 2 weeks, meaning twice a month for new candidates as well. Or if you want to rejoin again in 2 weeks or bi-weekly, you can do so. We will give you updates into the WhatsApp group that you're already in about this. It's very important that you learn how the process actually works. But we cannot force you, like I said. This is an opportunity for people who actually know what they want, and we are here to help you get that opportunity. All right. So here's what you need to do right now. Like today, you need to start collecting all your documents. If you have not, you now know what the documents are needed. Do not delay. Aim to complete everything within between 7 to 10 days. You can. And very important, only apply when your documents are ready. There's a lot of people, over 1,000 people who have applied, but their documents are not make sure. Their documents are, like I said, I explained, we need proper professional documents. We take that you are a professional. You are applying for a job. We expect you to submit professional documents that meet the standard. We cannot send a photo of your ID or a photo of your driver's license or a photo of something else. Somebody sent me an Uber receipt. So please, 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 please This is a serious opportunity. It's a real thing, and we expect you to take it as such. If this is for you, then this is for you. If it's not, then it's not. So it's all up to you. Okay. So with that said, I am going to give the platform to Andrews, and then he can introduce us to is it Jimmy from Europe? Andrews, are you with me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yes, is Jimmy in the webinar?
Yeah, I'm seeing that Povilas as well as joined, and he wants to tell something. So Povilas, could you please?
I see somebody raise their hand.
Thanks.
That okay?
Thanks. My name is Paul, and I'm currently in Lithuania. So I'm the one who is sitting here and trying to establish, let's say, a transparent way for your colleagues to come to Europe. I'm representing the association, the Truckers Associations in Lithuania, and we are currently working with 25 biggest Lithuanian road transport companies. Those companies are responsible for around 80% of the whole Lithuanian transport turnover, and that means that we are currently in the third place in Europe if we count on operations. So it means in Lithuania, trucking industry is very, very big. And at the same time, it means that we are in a high level of driver shortage. That's why we're trying to say, let's say, establish a transparent and sustainable way of people for people to come to work in Europe and to let's say to bring their or to start their new life here in Europe as a truck drivers. And today, if I may, we have two colleagues from one of our company. The company it's called Autocaravanas. We have Mr. Gift Jim and Mr. Evidence Karuma, who are now currently at their work. I would say they're somewhere in Europe, and they could share a few of their thoughts about how they feel here working in Lithuania, how they feel here working in Autocaravanas, and if there would be any questions they could answer to our colleagues from Africa. So I don't know, Mr. Evidence Karuma or Gift Jim, which one would you like to start first, just to share a few thoughts on your experience in Autocaravanas?
All right, I may start. My name is Evidence. I'm sorry my video is a bit shaky because of my network. But I've been here in Europe for over a year now. And I don't regret this decision. Coming from Africa, the salaries that I was getting, my plans for my family, my future, and I have seen a tremendous change in the way things have been going on my end. So we are hoping to meet some of our guys that are still on the way. It is a very good place. Also, this job allows you to travel around Europe. I have ever dreamt of France, I've dreamt of Spain, I've dreamt of Netherlands, but now these are places that I've seen due because of this job. So besides the money, it is a very good opportunity to meet different people, different cultures. So we are waiting for you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Evidence. And Gift, Jim, would you like to add something?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? I hope everyone is well here. My name is Gifty Jim. I came here together with Evidence. Same day you arrived at the training school. We were happy to meet other African brothers. We got the training. After training, we went to the company. They processed all the paperwork for us. Then from there, we were taken to the other senior drivers who were already on the road, just to be given the experience to know how they work here using the work regime of the working hours, the resting hours. So it was a good start, and the monies were just good. So since last year, I've been driving trucks in Africa for quite some years, but when I came here, I saw it as a good opportunity which changed my life. I'm here working. Some of you, maybe they can see I'm a bit someone who's a bit elderly, but yeah, this was a very good chance. Since I started driving trucks, I took this opportunity when it came with two hands because it changed my life.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. And I see that you are currently in the truck. Which country are you
Yes,
now?
yes, I'm currently sitting in the truck. I'm resting. I'll start my work tomorrow around 7. Because of the working cycles, we check the distance where we are going, the time we must unload. So yeah, as we work, we end up knowing everything what is needed to be done, so that the work comes easy. Yeah.
Good, good. And also, I just would like to add something to the presentation, which is here that work and the rest regime is very strict in Europe. That means that you would not more than 9 to 10 hours per one cycle, 4 hours. You can work around 10 hours 2 times per week, but no more. So it's strictly very strict in Europe, and you should not be afraid of this. Andres, I'm giving the floor to you now.
Okay, thank you, Paulas. Thanks to drivers. Maybe gift and evidence can stay, and if there is some questions that you can answer, so it would be nice. Cabello?
Yes, I'm switching off.
Yes. Yes. So we will open a floor to questions shortly. But firstly, I wanted Johan. I don't know, Johan. Are you still here? Johan Pretorius, who's one of the candidates who have been collecting documents. I just wanted him to share his experience on the collecting the document. How was the process like, and what are the things that he came across? Johan, are you still here? Are you still with us?
Yes, I'm still here. Yes.
Hello, Johan. Please go ahead. You can share how the process was like collecting all the documents and how you have all your documents.
Okay. Well, the first thing is to be patient. Yes, the documents they do take time, and because it's the first time for me going or applying for a job abroad, it was a struggle because I didn't have all my documents in order, or they were not complete. But as soon as I went on to the EuroTruck Jobs website and spoke to Cavelo and all those things, where he helped me in the right direction. Yes, things were quite fast. It did take some time because I was trying to get all my documents in order while I'm still working. But yeah, if you have time and on your hands, then yeah, I would say in about a week and a half, then it is possible to get all your documents in order and sent through to Cabelo so that you can move on to the next step of the process. The one thing I'd like to say, the apostle letter, as Cabello said, they started, you can send your papers to him and then they can help you apply for the letter. I think it's better if you do it that way. Unfortunately, the time I applied for my letter, they were not doing it at the moment. They didn't, Cabello wasn't able to apply on my behalf. So you have to be careful because there are some guys outside where they'll ask you 3 to 4,000 rand. They'll tell you no, it's for express application and all those kind of things, whereby it's not true. I almost fell into that trap of paying that huge amount of money, and luckily, luckily, but also unfortunately, I laminated my police clearance and it's not allowed. So I had to redo it. And luckily, the lady at Postnet assisted me. They helped me to go and collect my police clearance and send it to Decro to apply for my postal letter, and they couriered it back to me. And that cost me around about 1,400 to 1,200 rands. So yes, be careful with when you're applying with for your postal letter. Rather do it through the agency. It's much safer, and yeah, it won't take that long. Honestly, I waited. Okay, yeah, I applied for my new police clearance or a reprint, and the postal letter took me about 2 weeks, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, rather do it through the agency. It's a lot safer. You won't get scammed, or you won't pay a huge amount of money for nothing, if I can put it like that. So yes, the IDP, it took me, honestly, I'm staying in the Free State in Sasolburg. So I went to Joburg in I think it's Brooklyn, to apply for my IDP. It took me 30 minutes to apply it, get it, to apply for it, like the whole process, everything. Took me about 30 minutes. Before you go there, I would advise, when you're at home or you're close to a Wi-Fi or data, or like if you have data for your phone, go on to I think it's the AAA website. Go on to it, start the online application for your IDP on the website. When you reach the store, the travel agency store in Brooklyn, or the closest one to you, all your information is already on the system. The lady that's there, they just take your photos, a copy of your license and your ID and passport. And yes, then they start filling in the documents on their side that they need to fill in, and they give you your permit. So the process for the IDP is real quick. Apostle also depends on like where you stay. Cost may differ. Like Kabelo said, if you stay like in the Western Cape, it is going to be more expensive for you than a person staying in or around Gauteng. You see, so yeah. The biggest thing is just to be patient, because some of the things they do test your patience, but yeah, the process isn't that difficult when you're on the right track or when Kabelo is assisting you with it. So,
Thank you, Johan. Thank you very much, man. That was very helpful. And just one more question, Johan. Did
Yeah.
you pay us anything?
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right. Thank you very much, Johan. I really appreciate that. I just put him on the spot. He literally didn't want to do this, and I asked him to like share his journey, and there you go. Thank you very much, Johan.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. All right. So now we're going to get into the questions. So we're only going to take 10 questions just to keep it short, because we are almost at an hour since the webinar has started. So I see Lekanya Limapi. I've seen your hand has been up for some time now. So go ahead. Unmute yourself, please, Lekanya.
Okay. Yeah. Hello, guys. My name is Lekanya Limapi. I'm from South Africa. I just wanted to ask, is it compulsory that you must have a driving experience, or it's not? That's what I wanted to find out. But some of us
So yes, okay,
recently,
Lekanya, just to answer you quickly. Let me just answer your question quickly. You're only going to have one question, right? No explanations or longer anything like that. Just ask your question and we answer it. To answer your question of experience is important, highly important. If you do not have experience, we cannot afford you sending to a different country without experience. You must have experience. This is very important, because when you have experience in driving, you will be able to drive any type of vehicle that will be given to you. So that is why we do a driving test. It's very important for us. A driving test to see that you can actually drive a truck. So yes, to answer your question.
yeah.
All right. Thank you. So
if I may ask, how many years, how many years of work experience must I
minimally 1
actually
year. Minimally 1 year of experience.
have? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you, Leganya. We're gonna move on very quickly to others. We have Brian Nekudzinga. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Brian. I've been in communication with you recently, so go ahead and ask your question, Brian.
Basically about Apostle, because I'm staying in Tembisa, I can go there myself to do it by myself. Okay, right. There was somebody else like who's working with the fingerprints. He's a police officer. He's my cousin. He told me that I can go there, but definitely I must know where I'm going. So if I go there, if they ask me where I'm going, what am I to say? If I have to apply.
So here's the thing, Brian. DECO does not accept individual walk-ins.
Oh, all right.
I try to do that. Yes, they do not accept individual people because of they're going to be dealing with 3,000 people coming in, and then they're gonna say, "Oh yes, EuroTruck jobs, EuroTruck jobs." So they asked me. DECO pleaded with me that please collect all the South African police clearance certificates and send them all at once. So
All right.
I cannot, yes, I cannot send individuals to DECO. This is going to then destroy, you know what I mean? Yes. So you cannot go into DECO individually.
No problem. Just give us the address, then I'll send my clearance to you, and then you'll proceed for me.
Okay, perfect. Not a problem. I will give you, as long as you are in the WhatsApp group, I will definitely guide you through all the steps. I'm here for you guys. You will be mostly dealing with me, and I'll be taking you through the process until the end.
One more last question.
Yeah.
Like my passport, it's about 2.5 years to expire, but now it's still valid. So I don't know if I can still processing, but in the meantime, while doing another passport.
Yes, I mean, yes, you can do that. Meanwhile, you can use the minimally 2.5 years. It's dangerous, but it can work. We can use it. Meanwhile, you are applying for an extension of your passport or a new passport.
Thank you very much, boss. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're gonna move on to the next one real quickly. Okay, you can put your hand down now, Brian, because I keep seeing your hand. Nathan September.
Hi, good day, sir. Can you hear me?
Good day, Nathan.
Yes. I just wanted to know, in the beginning of your seminar, you said you get 2 months on and 1 month off. And I just want to know, how does that work? And do we get paid for the month that you're off when you're on that side of the world?
That is a very good question. Is Paul still here? Andrews?
I am.
Oh, wonderful. Did you hear the question?
Yeah, so basically it means that it depends on your negotiation with a company, but basically you get paid only for your work when you are outside Lithuania. When you come back here, you spend these 4 weeks or 2 weeks, it depends on your mutual negotiation with the employee, whether you work 8 weeks and you spend 4 weeks at your rest, or you spend 2 weeks at your rest, but you are not getting paid on this period while you are not driving the truck. But if you get an employee which allows you to work on longer periods, it means that you can work, for example, 10 weeks and rest only 2 weeks. And then, of course, you get paid for these 10 weeks, but not for these 2 weeks when you are resting.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you very much.
Basically, it means, just for understanding, basically it means that 8 or 9 months per year you are working, which you get paid, and 2 or 3 months you can spend in your country. You can leave the Lithuania, but for this is like your vacation. You are not getting paid for this, except you get this like a minimum, which is under our state security system or something like that. But for this, that you are working as for the employee, you are not getting paid because you are not driving the truck.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Paul. Nathan, did that answer your question?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, we're gonna move on to James Zimba. Mr. James
how are you,
Zimba.
sir?
Good. How are you?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good.
The question.
I just want to ask like this, because me, I'm from Malawi. I'm using Malawian passport, and I'm using also called EC South African driver's license. I'm qualified to apply, or?
Do you have all
That's
the
my
required documents?
I can do that. Required or document that you need, I can do that. Then
Wonderful.
I just want to know if yes.
Yes, if you have all the required documents, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I much appreciate for your answer, because it's what it was worrying me.
Okay, not a problem. As long as you have all the required documents and they are legit and verified, yes.
Okay, thanks. I will be contacting you when it's.
Not a problem. I'll give you all the updates in the WhatsApp group. Let's move on to the next one. We have Dudley's Fisom Tembu. Dudley's Fisom Tembu. Okay, we're gonna move on from Dudley's Fisom Tembu. Benimpo. Ben. Okay, we're gonna move on to Stainslas. I'm sorry if I butcher your names, guys. Stainslas Nyauswa. Please go ahead.
Yeah, just I wanna inquire. Afternoon, everybody. I wanna inquire about experience, because here in South Africa we have different tracks. So, is it a experience-wise? Do you guys need a trailer or a Riddick experience soon?
Mpo. Okay, let me
Yeah.
stop you there, my brother. So,
Yeah.
Code EC is a specific type of vehicle.
Yes.
Yes. So we need experience for Code EC.
No, okay.
All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Stainslas Nyauswa, do you still have a question or not? I see you have your hand raised up. Okay.
Okay. The question is, which licenses do you take? Because we've got some other friends who needs to apply. There's South African licenses, Zimbabwean licenses.
Okay,
Which
so
one?
I need to understand where you are from, my brother. I don't know where you are from. I don't know what exactly you're speaking of. So give me context.
I have both licenses. I'm Zimbabwean, but I got South African
Okay.
14 and a Zimbabwean heavy duty truck driving license. So
Wonderful.
which one?
Apply using both.
Or using both?
Yes, I'll take both of them.
Are the requirements the same?
Yes, the requirements are exactly the same.
All right, it's fine. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Stainless, are you in the WhatsApp group? I have some questions for you afterwards. After this, are you in the group?
I am in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, no problem. I will find you. I will find you.
All right, cool. No problem.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, man.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna take two more and then that's it. We're going to end the session. Let me see. Dudley's Fisom Tembu. Your mic is muted if you're trying to speak, Dudley. Dudley, are you saying you are muted if you're trying to communicate? Okay. Dudley does not see that he's muted, so we are going to end the session right here. Thank you very much for joining us. Like I said, we're going to have these sessions twice a month. We're going to skip the next Sunday, and then the following Sunday, we're going to have another session exactly like this. And please, if you have friends, family members who have experience and have the required documents, do not be afraid to share this to them. Share it with them. You've seen for yourself how real this opportunity is. Feel free to share it with your friends and so forth, and then let them apply when they have, or send them to the webinar or to the WhatsApp group, and we'll update them on the next webinar. And then with you guys who have attended this webinar, I hope now we can move faster to getting your documents so that we can at least send 10 of you in the next month. That is my goal. Next month in May, we want to send 10 people to Europe. So please let it be you. I already know that 3 of you who are amongst here are already going. So please, we want to send 10 people so that you can have a good experience and come back and tell others that you have had a good experience as well. So thank you very much for joining us. I'll see you again next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.